Elections is slated for June 15 in Rwanda's capital, Kigali. This year's Congress has become crucial as the African Union Commission seeks to significantly increase intra-trading through its ambitious vehicle, the African Continental Free Trade Area, AfCFTA. In a paper on AfCFTA in 2020, the World Bank said the success of the ambitious trade deal hinges on a harmonized quality infrastructure which will remove some of the technical barriers to trade. Winning the elections will boost Accra's prominence on the 1.2 billion population market as she already plays host to the AfCFTA Secretariat. If Ghana's candidature gets endorsed by member states, it will be the first time a Ghanaian will head the intergovernmental body since its formation. The furthest Ghana has been in the leadership of ARSO in the organization's 44-year journey is the Treasury portfolio, despite being a member state since its formation in Accra in 1977. The tenure of the next ARSO presidency will run between 2022 and 2025.
Funds paid to small and medium-scale enterprises under the coupled scheme are payable loans within specific time frame. Speaking to GBC News Market Avenue, the chief executive of the Ghana Enterprises Agency, Mrs. Kosi Yankee Ayer, said those who received funds amounting to 2,000 Ghana cedis would be considered as grants, whereas monies that are more than 2,000 Ghana cedis would be payable loans.
The funds are payable back. So there's two components of the fund that we had mentioned. There was the atom and the NIDA. Those who receive the atom, which is up to 3,000 Ghana cedis, that is the grant component of the project. Those who receive above 2001 upwards, it's not a grant and it's a payable loan. And we are following up on that. I mean, it's important to note, we spoke a few minutes ago and asked about monitoring and evaluation. And it's something that we don't take lightly as an institution. We always baseline, and the baseline is through the data we collect, and then do the baseline on that. Then after that, we do follow up. And so we have followed up with some of them. We've actually, out of 16,000 out of that, have gone through even technical training, where we help them build and work on their books and their bookkeeping. And then some of them are also going to be handheld to grow and really get their businesses bigger and stronger. And what we're doing through that process is also monitoring them. So we are seeing that, yes, the funds were put to use, yes, their businesses are growing, and if there are any challenges for us to try and address it.
The Finance Minister, Mr. Ken Ofori-Atta, said 30 years of Ghana's relationship with the IFC is symbolic. The just-ended strategy meeting has helped in recalibrating those relationships.
In the early 90s, when a number of institutions were set up, Stock Exchange, Cal Bank, Eco Bank, discount houses, leasing companies, etc. It's been 30 years, and we are really kind of looking back and saying, how do we move to another level of partnership, and what does Ghana need at this juncture? So this was really to recalibrate, understand what our needs are, align it with the Obatampa program, and ensure that the revitalization takes place. The key issues then that were brought forward were the clarity of the youth below the age of 35, about 75% of our population, and the economically active age 15 to 35, about a third of our population. And so what do you need? What are the enablers to then cascade into that? And the issue of technology and ICT digitization being one of the areas we'll focus on. The financial infrastructure is also going to be key, especially also when you look at housing and mortgage financing, and then patient capital. You look at the current portfolio of IFC, and it's more debt than equity. I think there's a need for equity and to fast-track the way in which their funding is done, and to particularly look at strengthening the indigenous private sector to be able to push ahead in agriculture, manufacturing, etc.
That's all for the business.